Everyone, Merry Christmas Eve. How are you doing? So last year on Christmas Eve, I did my very first toy unboxing stream. And so I'm continuing the tradition. I mean, I've done unboxing streams throughout the year as well. But yeah, doing definitely doing the Christmas Eve one. So I have a lot of cool things to unbox today. So I've got these. Picked them up at my job. Hey Kevin, how you doing? So these are Hallmark Christmas ornaments, like the original NES controller and the like original PlayStation controller. Thank you, Kevin. Yep, I special ordered this one. Yep, this was before they added the analog sticks. How are you doing? How's Roya doing? Also in this unboxing stream, we'll have some Nightmare Before Christmas figures. They're not the NECA ones, which I really want. These are the Super 7 ones, which are all right. They're still pretty good. And yeah, also got this big guy, Oogie Boogie. We're doing all right, taking the rest of the day before holiday festivities tomorrow. Ooh, you love Jack and Sally? Yeah, me too. And the thing I'm most excited for unboxing, gonna have to be a little awkward in showing you this like this, but it's the Ghostbusters HasLab Ecto 1 and attachment to make it the Ecto 1A. So I'd have both the 1984 version and the 1989 version from Ghostbusters 2. Plus, it also comes with some figures because it's the deluxe. It met all the stretch goals. So yeah, this is going to be the last thing I unbox. And this packaging is really cool because it's made to look like a toolbox. And there's all sorts of little neat things on there. I'll show you when we get to them. But let me change my camera. Oh, it does not. Oh, my ears disappeared. So I'm going to have to switch Santa hats until I'm back up again. Because now the top of my head's gone. Alright, hold on a sec. There we go. I kind of figured that would probably happen with the Batman Santa hat, but I'll show it off again later. Oh, let me scooch myself to the side. So what? Very nice. I mean, you're no longer tonight, but that's okay. Yeah, I got some more photos with it. All right. Yeah. So starting off with these controllers, which are amazing because I had the NES first. Let's start with this one. Oh, let me get something real quick. Just something for later. Oh, and I did get some batteries for Ecto. Okay. All right, so I have to take my glasses off for this because I'm gotta see some stuff up close, and it messes with my eyes. So what do you and Roya have planned for tomorrow? This is cool. Like it is amazing. Okay, so it has the controller wire actually kind of embedded into the back of this thing, so it doesn't come loose. Going over to your grandparents for gift exchange and dinner. Nice. This thing is awesome. Pick this up at my job. Same with this one. We were at my parents' last night, saw everything then. My brother's family won't be able to join tomorrow, so we did a larger gathering yesterday. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad you got to see everyone. All right, so we got the original Nintendo Entertainment System controller there. Now for the PlayStation. I really did love the original PlayStation. It's such a great console. I mean, it did show that Nintendo missed out by not partnering with Sony. Okay. so no controller wire here, but oh, we got the the shoulder buttons, the directionals, X, circle, triangle, square, select, start. This is so cool. I really do like these. Yeah, let's take the packaging for these. And chuck it over there. I'll deal with all the packaging later. All right, put those there. So let's start with the Pumpkin King. So they did some pretty decent art with this. Like, this is a nice kind of stone etched Jack Skellington. And okay, so nothing here on the back other than the title. But okay, so we got some cute art. A little description of Jack and why am I not in focus? Or am I in focus and I just can't see because I'm not wearing my glasses? Oh, focus is fine. Okay. A little description of our pal Jack. Yep. All right, so we got one light kind of glaring onto the plastic shielding, but now, this is a really cool figure. I don't usually buy Super 7 all that much anymore. One of my friends, a friend of mine and a friend of the channel, Bowser Flatliner, had told me that his friend was a liaison to Super 7 and New Japan Wrestling, and they did not treat him well. So I have been hesitant to buy, Super 7 figures. That and now they're just way too expensive. So this is cool. The art here is pretty neat. This archway, word gets around, and you don't treat your people when you don't treat your people right. Yeah. And this guy is really talented too, and also brought a lot of cool stuff to the toy world. I don't know if you remember the animated movie the animated Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. When DC Direct made the figures for that, this gentleman, who is Bowser Flatlander's friend, did all the capes and stuff for the figures, and like they're amazing. The fabric they use for them are amazing. I'll have to bring them out sometime. Because they didn't do plastic, silicone molded capes. They actually do cloth, so soft goods. That's a cool connection, yeah. And it's a shame that DC Collectibles / DC Direct isn't around anymore. I mean, McFarlane's kind of taken over that, but they're kind of hit or miss with the figures. I'm also not fond of their distribution methods for the Batman animated series characters. Also, kind of annoyed that I have to buy characters I already own to build a figure I don't own. You gotta find something to eat. All right, Yeah, me eating is probably making you hungry, huh? This is really cool. Here, oh, this is a Deadly Nightshade. We got a pumpkin right here. May contain small parts. So this is an adult collectible. Here's got an image of the swirling hill, which I always love that. I always love that set piece. And nothing on the other side. But like I said, I really do want the ones that NECA put out. Like since they recently reacquired the license. Because they were the first ones to put out Nightmare Before Christmas films like 20-something years ago. And they went through the whole roster back then. And now they're doing, these Ultimates figures. So we got a little clear figure stand, says Super 7 in the thing. Little stupid bandy things. All right, if you've watched my past streams, past unboxing streams, you know I'm not a fan of these things. So let's see what I can get out of there before I deal with that. So we have different hand gestures. Hey, Zesty Piggy, how are you? I can shake hands with himself. So put the hands over here. Oh, I'll show you what I unboxed first. Some Hallmark ornaments. So we got the NES controller and the original PlayStation controller. Like original PlayStation controller before the analog sticks. I'm doing all right. Waiting for a dish I was making in the crock pot to evaporate the excess moisture off. It's a cheddar broccoli casserole. I parboiled the broccoli, but I thought I had gotten all the water out of it, and it's was still in there. You. It's got a book on the scientific method. Let's see if I can get that out of there. There's nothing in the book. I mean, I understand cost cutting, but seriously, you couldn't just print, put some of the stuff from the book, in the movie into this? Broccoli hangs on to water like nobody's business. Yeah. That's a bit of a letdown. Like, and I know this was maybe like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago that these came out. And, but so Super 7 should have put more detail into that. see what the other head sculpts out. Not easily. Okay. Damn, those are in there. Okay. Almost. There we go. One out. Got one head sculpt out. Yeah, Jack making a really scary face. Let's get the other one out of there. There we go. Heads will roll. And kind of making a spooky smile. We have a lot of cheekbone in that smile going on. And can I get 0 out of there first? There we go. We got 0. All right, his heads are, turns back side to side. And get that camera in focus. There we go. Yeah. So we got the head turned side to side. I don't think he glows in the dark, and I think that's a missed opportunity. Because let's face it, if I'm making a ghost, ghost character, like a ghost dog, I would definitely have it, have it glow in the dark. Maybe someday when I have a 3D printer. All right, one bandy down. And Zesty knows how much I don't like these things. Good thing I clipped my nails earlier. Because I'd probably be cutting into them. So there we go. Get him out of there easily enough. Yeah, good. Alright. His head was stuck. Yeah, if I ever start making, toys of characters I've done, I am not going to be having, like, these trays. I'm going to do, like, the old school G.I. Joes and old school He-Man where, like, the top bubble is just going to hold the character there. Hold the figure. So, see that they did a soft goods jacket for Jack. It looks good, but it definitely doesn't fit as well. Toy Story rules were real. Packaging this world would be rough for any claustrophobic toy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because now his sleeves are too loose. With the NECA one, it is, the NECA Ultimate Jack does have just the sleeves being sculpted. Although I do think this is pretty neat that you bring up his arm, you can see his forearm bones. So that's kind of cool. That's a neat little thing they threw in there. right, good swivel on his head. Let's see the shoulders. Good swivel on there. The hip shimmies. He's got an ab crunch. Definitely some trade-offs there, yeah. Let's see. Okay, the feet have a swivel. Not a very easy swivel, but a swivel. Knee bends, nice. The hips bend. The hips, okay, the hips do sway outward. Okay, and I can do the legs like that. That's neat. This is the Pumpkin King himself, Roger. Welcome in. How are you? Happy Christmas Eve. No, this is Christmas Eve. My bad. Happy Christmas Eve day. And to Zesty as well. Sorry, I didn't miss your one. Overall, not a bad figure. Let's see about the head swaps. How about, okay, that's easy. An easy head swap. Let's put on this super scary head. Come on, pop on there. Yeah. Okay, that's on there. I was doing the scary face. So pretty good. I'm still looking forward to getting the NECA ones. I have a pre-order on those, like all 4 figures. The with NECA, they do like an Ultimate Jack, an Ultimate Sally, Ultimate Mayor, and Ultimate Jack in the Sandy Claus outfit. Yes, you do. You spot 0. It's a cool little pack in. The head moves from side to side, and I don't think he glows in the dark. I do wish he did though. This is what I find most disappointing. They didn't print anything in the book. See, I don't know if that's a huge cost cutting measure or not. I don't know. You got a big spooky smile on Jack. Now let's see about swapping one of the hands. Let's see how that works. How well that works. Oh, good. The wrists go back and forth too. That's cool. I can't see it. Okay, that pops out easily enough. And that pops in. All right, that's pretty cool. I was showing before that they didn't sculpt. They made his jacket, soft goods, so it is too loose. But they did actually sculpt like his arm bones. So you see, the two bones of the forearm. So that's kind of a neat little thing they did. Let's swap his head back. Let's put on this big spooky grin. That one's okay. That one's a little tight, but oh no, not a bad figure. I was mentioning to Kevin earlier that I don't usually buy Super 7 figures because the way they treated an employee of theirs who has a mutual friend with me. So I do have some more, 2 more Nightmare Before Christmas figures to unbox. And then something really cool. Alright, let me just get these aside. I'm bagged up real quick, so everything's together. You got a clear figure stand. Zero. Since I'm not really being gentle with the packaging, I'm chucking it over there in the corner. And I will deal with it later. So here we have Sally. And when I saw this, like, it's done well enough, but I don't like this drawing of Sally. And it took me, like, probably about 5 minutes to realize why. It's her mouth. Her mouth is wrong. That is a like full symmetrical mouth. Sally's lips are a bit thin and off center. Like, they're not symmetrical. Her lower lip is off center. So I don't think they did a good job on this art. And here we got a little bit about Sally. This is a better art. Still the lips are wrong. You know, some information about her. And also has the cool archway on the packaging. Same with Jack. You know, the thing that says Deadly Nightshade over here, and a pumpkin over here. One thing kind of cool, they do have, if you keep in package, they do have a little window for light to come down. But I don't know how well that works because the figure is a lot closer to the plastic shielding here. And just like with Jack, this background is the spiral hill. So here we got the little black cat. Oh, we also have some extra stuff behind, you know, and it's packing accessories. So we got the figure stand. Clear figure stand. And this is the little picnic basket she made for Jack when he was off in his tower trying to figure out Christmas. And these damn little bandies. Trying to be very careful to cut the bands and not the accessory. All right, let's see if I can get that basket out of there. Minimum of fuss, but I doubt it. Okay, well, it's a softer plastic, so that helps a little. That is really in there. Oh, because I didn't I thought I cut the second one. Oh, there we go. So there we got the basket, the fish bones, the bottle of wine that had a little had like a butterfly steam shape, butterfly steam shape. So we got some extra hands. Oh, this is her sewing needle. Focus that up. Your hand with the sewing needle. Okay, some open hands. This one in kind of I guess a dainty gesture. I don't think it's the best way I can describe it. So get this cat out of here. The black cat. Let's see. All right. Head's on a swivel. That's good. That works. Let's see any articulation other than that. Okay, the front two legs are articulated. What about his tail? No, tail's a solid piece of the mold. Of the sculpt, rather. But yeah, okay. So the head and the front paws are articulated. That's pretty neat. Neat little cat that doesn't seem to stand, but that's okay. Show the alternate head sculpt. So you got her making like an ooh face. Now, the NECA one, instead of alternate heads, it actually just has alternate faceplates. This is the I am the wind blowing through your hair. Essentially, moment from the beginning of the movie. And how many bandies on her? Is it just the one on her waist? Okay. That's easy. Getting to the damn thing is the tough part. So her dress is soft goods, which makes sense for this figure. The second one doesn't want to cut. There we go. So just how easily she can come out of the package. Fairly easy. All right, let me chuck that over there. So, ball swivel, ball swivel for her head. See the shoulders. This one is a little tight at the moment. I'm trying to see where the bend is. Oh, that's why. There we go. That's what, because the bend was not aligned with the other. Okay, there's the elbow. The elbow bend is a little tight. I'm not gonna push it. This one's fine. The swivel works. So I'll probably do, when posing this, I'll probably have to use a hair dryer just to hover it on there for a few minutes or a minute or so. All right, the arms swivel. Is this... Okay, I see. So, okay, that doesn't bend. That's... So I'm not going to push it. I don't want this to break. So those are... That one's stiff too. Swivels, but it doesn't shake. All right. So that works. Like, hips are only going to move so far because of the dress. But let's see the knees. All right, they bend, they swivel. All right. Feet swivel well enough. Let's see about changing, swapping, doing head swap. This one, because of her hair, makes it a little trickier. There we go. All right, so this is a pretty cool figure, though. I do like this one a bit better than at least the jacket, the clothing for Jack. Let's see. So this one, yeah, does have her, well, her lip is still a little too centered, but it is, you do see it's kind of sloping to her right, like it does, like it does in the movie. Oh no, pretty cool figure. Oh, let me try a hand swap. I didn't do that. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna shake my camera. That okay then. Yeah, lots of cool details. Let's put the sewing needle hand in here. Okay. So the swivels are good. The wrist bends are really stiff, so I'm not gonna push it because I'm afraid of breaking this thing. And OBS is disconnected again. All right, OBS is reconnected. My internet's still lousy. Thought I had a decent speed today. Turns out I don't. Yep. Sorry about that. Yeah. So I don't really think it's OBS giving me the problem. I do think it's my internet. Kind of wait for everyone to get back. All right, so I'll put Sally away while I wait for everyone to to refresh. Is everyone back yet? Not yet. Let me take a look at my channel. Why is it not showing me streaming? I mean, I'm still on. Okay, there I am. So it is working. Okay. I don't know, maybe it's Twitch causing the problem. No. So it is showing me streaming. All right. So I don't know if it's OBS, Twitch, or my internet right now causing trouble. So let me pause until everyone comes back. All right, looks like everyone's back. Sorry about that. I am beginning to wonder if it was if it's my internet, OBS, or Twitch causing problems, because this has been happening a lot, and I guess everyone else has been having stream dropping problems. All right, so the last of the Nightmare Before Christmas figures from Super 7, and they didn't sell well for Super 7. That's why there wasn't another wave. Also, Super 7 figures are like ridiculously expensive. Oh, that was actually some pretty nice art of Oogie Boogie. I didn't even look at that for a sec. Let me just bring that back. This is a pretty nice art of Oogie Boogie. You see he's got his dice. Okay. Now throw it back in the corner. All right, so here we got some really good art of him, and a description of the character. Yep. Boogie is the Oogie Boogie Man. Well, 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 what have we here? Santa Claus, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared. So you're the one everybody's talking about. He's got the cool arch from the previous two figures. Still the same thing on the other side. The thing says Deadly Nightshade, and then a pumpkin over here. So they didn't really get into too much variety with the packaging. this up, and it's got a window like the other. This one I think would let in more light because he's such a large figure that he does kind of reach the back of the package. He's got that oogie boogie booty, and he's really in there. Okay. There we go. Oh, and he's got a different background. All right, this is cool. I can get it out of there. This is cool. Let me put this to the side. You know, it's the when the gateway during his song. You know how everything went like neon and blacklight. This is cool. I like this too. I like this, and I also like the Spiral Hill one for Jack and Sally. So let's see what we got here. So it only comes with one extra, I guess, arm. Okay, it's an unraveling arm. Okay. When Jack starts pulling his thread and the burlap starts separating, you got the bugs coming out of his arm. And when the other extra heads, it's completely uncovered. And really in there. And it's my bugs. My bugs. A really nice paint on this. On the sculpts. The sculpt's actually really nice. So we got an extra hand here too. All right. Oh, it's the hand with the dice. Check that out. That's cool. Let's see, we got one of the little neon bats. I mean, it's not neon in this, but still pretty cool. And his other head sculpts. Get that out easily enough. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh yeah, that is in there. Like really in there. There we go. With the oh, okay. And there's a joint there, so this kind of semi opens and closes with the little snake coming out of his mouth. This is actually pretty cool. I really like this one. We got one little bandy across his waist. This might be a little tricky to get out of there. There we go. See if I can get him out. Oh, his butt's free. His arm is holding him in there. So we'll get that arm free. There we go. So let's check these shoulders. All right. Oh, and we got some elbow. Some elbow bends. Okay, the hand goes like that, and it swivels. So does the elbow. That one. All right, that one moves. Swivels as well. Let's see how does. So we got the swivel on this hand. Oh, okay, it does bend. Oh, nice. And this head kind of opens and closes too. So his mouth opens and closes. Tim Burton always needs to work that snake in. Yeah. And that's not even the sandworm. I love how he put the sandworm underneath the Christmas tree. All right, shoulders move up and down nicely. They swivel nicely. Got a hip swivel, so you can shake that boogie booty. Okay. So the legs have a nice move to them. So I'm guessing it's this hand that holds the dice. How do? Yeah, it feels really nice too. Like it feels like it's burlap. Let's see if I can swap this hand. Oh, okay, that was easy. I think just maybe on the wrong arm. Well, no, I mean this is about the same length as that, so. And I know, oh, okay, I see. Here we go. And I know I go on about the Super 7, or not Super 7, the NECA ones. I do really want those. But this is a cool bit where you can actually control his mouth a ways. I like that. And he is a chunky boy. I mean, got some heft to him. All right, so the bottom part is a little softer. Ha 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 ha. That is pretty cool. I like that. So put him away for now. There's my bugs, my bugs. You're joking. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You've gotta be. This can't be the right guy. He's ancient. He's ugly. I don't know which is worse. I might just seem now if I don't die laughing first. All right. So I'm gonna give you do one last show of the packaging, for the last thing I'm unboxing today. So let me switch my camera again. So here we go. Hasbro HasLab Ecto 1 / Ecto 1A. And like I love the design on this. Yeah. Like it looks like a toolbox. Like a really good toolbox. And it's two separate pieces. Ecto's in the bottom. This top one has bonus figures and some other cool stuff because the um, HasLab crowdfunding like met all its stretch goals. And there's all sorts of neat stuff in the details. I'll show you in a minute. Let me change the camera again. And my camera here got all got discombobulated. There you go. So start disassembling this. First, let's start with this kind of wrap over sash, for lack of a better term. We got some pictures of Ecto. Here's Ecto 1A. So this is Ghostbusters 2 version right here. And here's Ecto 1. So the original Ghostbusters, 1984. You go a list of all the stuff that's in here. So I went and I paid for the deluxe version, so I can change it from Ecto 1 to Ecto 1A anytime I want. They do have stickers that are different. So I'm gonna wait, before I do anything like with stickers. I'm gonna wait for like a third-party company to make removable ones, easily removable decals, like like color forms, so I can switch it back and forth whenever I want. But comes with Slimer, Eleanor Twitty, the library ghost, Louis Tully in Ghostbusters, in Ghostbusters uniform, and then the four ghosts, Winston, Ray, Peter, and Egon, in their darker Ghostbusters 2 uniforms that they wore a couple times in the movie. So here we go. We'll do the figures first because this is a smaller box. So we got kind of a frayed sticker for Ray's Occult Books. We got the Ghostbusters 2 logo, a 1989 sticker from the Statue of Liberty, and a little note about a birthday party that instead of bringing Peter, bring Winston. One where a bunch of kids wind up not wanting the Ghostbusters and wanting He-Man. And a young Jason Reitman being very rude to Ray. Let's pop this open. And this is really cool, though. I mean, oh, here we go. Missed this. A sticker for the Manhattan Museum of Art, where Dana Barrett was working. Let's see, what's this? Oh, okay. Hold on, this is cool too. Let me see if I can get this into frame instead of my head. Yeah, move your head, Ghost Max. So here's a sticker for Dr. Peter Venkman's World of the Psychic. He-Man, He-Man, He-Man. Something weird. And it don't look good. Who are we gonna call? Yeah, let's get out of here. Okay, so wow, there's already a lot of cool stuff in here. I can feel it kind of slipping around. There's more. Is there a barrel? Okay, whoop, that's falling. So we got this. Put that over there for now. Something just fell on the floor. So here we go. We have sticker sheets. Ghostbusters 2, I see. Okay, and stickers for the side of Ecto. Where did I put the... No, I put the batteries over there. Okay. Here. These here are... they're little... They slide into the sides of... Oh, I'll show you. Here's the... Some pieces like the... And I don't remember exactly what this is. Oh, I'll show you what exactly this is at the moment. But here's the satellite dish that was on top of Ecto. That's a cool feature. Yeah. Got a light bar. Let's see. Okay. Not lift out easily. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay. I'm going to pick those up now. These are... I just dropped a whole bunch of stuff. I think these are rims. Rims for the tires. Here's a siren. Oh man, there's all sorts of stuff going on with this. It's like a special, radar dish. Anything else? There's a piece of cardboard. So this is how you change it from Ecto 1 to Ecto 1A. And you see these here? These are light bars. And you put these inserts in and say like, Ghostbusters, we're ready. We're ready to believe you. We're back. Yeah. For hire, Ghostbusters, we're back. We are ready to believe you, Ghostbusters. Nice. So it doesn't have, the scrolling, the scrolling lettering. So it has this in its place. All right, so we got a bunch of Ghostbusters 2 logos. We're ready to believe you. What's that? That is really tiny. Like, that is super tiny lettering. And other patches there. Call us. Ecto 1A, Ecto 1A. So, like I said, I'm not going to be putting stickers on this. I'm going to wait for a third party to do like a color forms thing. So I can then just take them off and change them if I need to. And a great feature on this thing is that if depending on which roof you put on, the Ghostbusters 2 roof, you get different sound effects. Oh man, I should put on Ghostbusters 2 in a bit. That is a great holiday movie. So this looks like it goes onto the back of Ecto. Different sound effects, yeah. Like Hasbro with the HasLab stuff, they go all out. Look up look up the Proton Pack they did and the new one coming out. Oh, there's still stuff on that. Before I take that tray away. Yeah, this okay, so that goes there. Yeah, there's a lot here. I mean, this was pretty pricey, but totally worth it. But just getting some stuff out of, well, you can't see it, but out of this thing. All these pieces. So I'm pretty sure there's more a bigger instruction manual in the larger box because I'm kind of lost at how to put all this together. But I will keep it all together. Okay. See if I have something to, for this. Oh, I'll just put this over here, all this. Here we go. We got some accessories. We got the slime blowers for Winston and Ray. I'll get my head out of the way. And with some slime streams coming out of them. We got the dancing toaster. We've got the Ghostbusters coffee mug and balloons for the kids. Got some. Looks like I don't know. These oh, these are hoses for the slime blower. Looks like. So we got some neutrona wands and proton blasts. Let me get my head out of the way. My #1 Christmas boutique gift item. Now let's listen to Jackie Wilson. So I'll take these out in a minute. Like, let's see what I don't know what these are. These little things. These little peg things. I don't know what those are. Oh, are they the feet for the toaster? No. These little peg things. I don't know what they are. And we got the 4 Ghostbusters in their darker uniforms. So they come with proton pack, removable proton packs, and 2 slime blowers. 1 for Ray, 1 for Winston. Oh, that came up easily enough. Good. Did it pop out? Oh, yes. No bandies. Thank you, Hasbro. Okay, so I gotta put the neutrona wands and the utility cords into the proton packs, but this is cool. Let's see. Shoulders are pretty good. Got a bit of a swivel there. That's cool. That works. So a fairly decent, like almost close head sculpt of Dan Aykroyd. Like, he has a very unique face, and I can see why a number of companies had kind of difficulty sculpting, toys of him. And the proton packs are removable, and I'll do that later. But just want to check them out. gonna go to Miss Barrett's apartment and check her out. I mean, go check out Miss Barrett's apartment. All right. Hips work pretty well. Thigh swivel is good. All right. Knee bends. Get double joint knee. That one doesn't want to bend so easily. I'm not going to force it. All right. Just got a ankle bend. Swivel on the wrists are good. Is there a bend? Yep, they have a bend. That's cool. And let's take out one of the slime blowers. Let's check this out. Okay, yeah, because there's multiple hoses for the slime blower. All right, so it opens up that way. Let's see. All right, how do I get their shoulders in? Is it okay? It opens on that too. All right, so that's how I'm going to get those on. Get the vests on. So we got Ray. We got his slime blower. Let's go to Winston, our other Ghostbuster with a slime blower. So let me check out the head sculpt on him. Pretty good. I mean, the second movie, seeing Ernie Hudson without his mustache was a weird experience. Like, because you're just so used to seeing the mustache, right? Right. And removable proton pack. Let's see, shoulders are good. Swivels. Oh, that's right. Double jointed elbows. Don't entirely double joint, but that's okay. I didn't check Ray's elbows. All right, those are pretty good. All right, hips are good. Thigh swivel. Got a little bit of a ab crunch. There's a steady paycheck in it. I'll believe anything you say. Yep, there have been times I've actually thought that, but all right. So the double joints knees don't want a double joint, but that's okay. I can use some heat to loosen those up. All right, the boots move a little bit. Is there not a boot cut swivel? Okay. So we got Ray, we got Winston, and here's his slime blower. So let's move on to Dr. Venkman. All right. That's good. All right, his one elbow will double joint. The knee doesn't want to work, doesn't want to move there. I'm not going to force it. That one moves a little easier. So this is a fairly decent head sculpt of Bill Murray. Like, these are new head sculpts than the ones that that Hasbro put out a few years back. Like, it looks decently enough like Bill Murray. Here he is. My favorite, Dr. Egon Spengler. So look at the pretty good head sculpt on him. Like, yeah, he's another actor who has a very unique face. So sculpting him winds up being a challenge for a lot of toy producers. Oh, and the shoulder does not want to go up too high. But oh, I didn't even notice that. They put an extra little piece in the shoulders. So the arm can move like that. I didn't even notice that. That's cool. The other previous figures didn't have that. And the elbows are all right. The double joints don't really want a double joint, but that's okay. All right, thigh swivel's good. Yeah, that one doesn't want to move too much. I'm not going to force it. So let's see. And we got some cool proton blasts for each character. Since we're going to be taking the packs off of Winston and Ray, let's do that. Get my head out of the way. So we got Winston's pack. And we'll, oh, there's some tape on there. So let's get that installed. Oh, that was easier than I expected it to be. And put the neutrino wand in place. So we got a full proton pack. And it's cool that they sculpted the Alice frames for the pack themselves. Another just great detail. Oh wow, I actually haven't looked at this before, but they do have so many of the pieces of the pack that are screen accurate. Like here, if you see it, right above my thumb is the little ion arm. The cyclotron looks good. You got the little clippered valve right there. Another clippered valve right here on the neutrino wand. That is really cool. All right, so let's take. We got a slime blower, and I think we need a couple cords for those. So it looks like 3. Yep, so we got 6 cords for this. Well, 3 per pack, per slime blower. Right, which is the smaller end? Or, I don't think there's really any rhyme or reason in this. Okay. 1 cord in. Let's get the second cord and third cord. I know my thumb's in the way, but let's see if that helps. That does not want to go in easily. Let's try this side. So I'm going to just assemble one on stream, and I'll do the others, off stream. If I can try to get these things assembled. And this is going to be kind of tough. So I'm not going to struggle with this too much on stream. Let me see if I can attach at least one of these to the slime blower. Which one goes where? That's the big question. There's probably instructions that I don't even see yet, but let's just pop this on Winston and gotta get his arm and his head through there. Oh, does it? Oh, does it open on both sides? If it does, that'd be so much easier. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Nice. Okay. Just pop his head through there. There's a little peg that goes into his back. So that's pretty easy. So we have one arm that, all right, so this goes over his shoulder. You can't see it, sorry. So one hand goes on this handle. Just get it wrapped around his hand, wrapped around this handle here. There we go. Nope, no we don't. And I've just realized that I did not read what you wrote before. It's not believe everything you said, I'll shave everything you said. Sorry, Zesty. I'm not wearing my glasses. All right, I will fight with the rest of this later. Let me just see if I can get his other hand on that handle there. I mean, they make them pretty soft, which is good. Let's see. It's kind of frustrating. There we go. So that's pretty cool. And then there's a slime stream. So now we're firing off some positively charged mood slime. But very cool. So put these aside for the moment, because there is more I have to do with these. Ghostbusters over here. So now we have the big one here. Plasma Series Ectomobile Anniversary Edition. So here we've got a Stay Puft Marshmallows sticker. Let's see. If I can get it to show a list of the things that Ecto needed. So we got suspension, shocks, brakes, brake pads, lining, steering box, transmission, rings, muffler, wiring. So we got a Mr. Stay Puft, yep, and apparently a parking ticket. Oh, and if you see here, right here, it's Eleanor Twitty, the library ghost, you know, in her scary form. All right, and this sticker here says Ivan built. Let me get my head out of the way. So yeah, you know, after Ivan Reitman, he directed first two movies, and we got some cool stuff on this. You know, in the for the toolbox, wrenches, spark plugs, proton pack parts, ectoplasm, some wires with a wire loom sticking out. Let's see what else. I think that's really all that's left on this box. So let's open this up. Oh, I didn't see this before. A little Ghostbuster symbol etched in. Ray makes a remark about the cost that Venkman recoils at. I don't know enough about car prices in the 80s to understand. Yeah. Yeah, how much he paid for Ecto? Oh, I hit a wrong button or something. Hold on. Is there a lag? Oh, see our favorite little Spud. No, not much lag. Okay. You know how my internet my streams have been lately. Especially last stream. That one lagged like crazy. So let's see. We got another sticker sheet. With the regular Ghostbusters logo. Ecto 1 license plates. All sorts of little witches and stuff. Oh, there we go. This has some instructions. Big slime. Yeah, that is a chunky Slimer. So get more, another sticker sheet. This one's for the first movie. And multiple ones because of, you know, putting on stickers if you mess them up. But like I said, I'm going to wait for a third party to make color forms versions. So let's check out this stuff. This is just safety things. This. This is about the, you know, batteries, you know, the power supply. Which it has two power supplies on this. It can run on batteries, you know, if you want to, you know, just use it, you know, with the figure, or, you know, make a video or something with driving around. or if you just want to use it as a display piece, it can be USB powered. This warnings about, don't misuse the thing or fire will happen or something. I don't know. But we've got instruction manual, which, okay, so instruction fold out. All right, so that's how I put the batteries in. Oh, places for all the stickers. Instructions on how to put all the stickers on there. Okay, instructions for putting on the packs and assembling them. Oh, here we go for changing out the tires. I was even got separate. Or is that just one, the same removable axle and just take it off to, just take it off to change the tires. And here's about adding pieces on for the roof rack and everything. Here's for the Ghostbusters 2 roof rack. And you see what I mean with the putting the things in front of the light bar. All right. This I definitely need. So what's in this? Well, I think I know what's in this, but let's take out the spud. Okay. Oh, and there's his butt. Okay, so there's more of these little plug pieces. I will have to look up later to find out what those are. I'm going to stuff. Or lose any pieces. I'm just rounding some of them up. Let's get Slimer out of there. Oh, that is a chunky boy too. He's got some heft to him. Let's look at the arms. So it looks like he's just posable at the elbows. But the wrists bend and swivel. So put the guy there. Here. Alright, so we got another proton stream. Oh, okay, because I see what's coming. I see what's happening here. Okay. So we've got a stand for Slimer right here. We've got the gurney to hold the proton packs. Here's the ladder for the side of Ecto. Some more pieces. Here's a little CB radio for inside Ecto. Here's what looks like Tobin's spirit guide. Yep. And see, and they didn't print anything, but they etched in, they sculpted in the details. If you can see them. Okay, so it's not painted, but it's etched in that, yeah, this is Tobin's spirit guide. And so one of the two extra figures. Wait, no, that's not Slimer's stand. Okay, this is Slimer's stand. So here we have Eleanor Twitty, the library ghost, in her humanish form. And Louis Tully in Ghostbusters gear. And he comes with a PKE meter, a trap, pack. Here's the stand for Slimer. All right, so now Spud's gonna be over here. Because this stand is for Eleanor Twitty. Oh, and a giant atlas. Okay, this is the book a book stack. Symmetrical book stacking. Yes, right. No humans can stack books like this. I'll put Tobin's spirit guide on top of there. So we can get this stand out now. Oh, still more tape. Let's see. Okay, easy to get her out of there. Okay, so her shoulders only move like this. What's really cool is she's very translucent. Kind of like they did with Egon's ghost for the Afterlife line. Shh. Okay, and so the book fits right there in her hand. Kinda. And head's got a swivel. Hips swivel. So I'll put her right over here with her books. Let's get to Mr. Tully. Accountant and tax attorney. So this is a really good sculpt of Rick Moranis. This is not the very first figure of his character. Both Mattel and Hasbro made a version of him from the first movie when he was possessed by Vince Clortho, when he was the Keymaster. He was wearing one of Egon Spare's suits. All right, let's see. All right, the double jointed knees don't double joint all that well, but that's kind of normal, I guess. Elbows are all right. All right enough. He's got the earmuffs on because it's cold. It's New Year's Eve. But that is really cool. Let's put these aside for now. And this comes with a proton blast. More pieces for Ecto. these aside for now. Oh, and Slimer aside. Let's see, how do I get this out? There's a tape here. So there's tape on this side too, holding these together. I can lift this out too. All right. There's a bit of tape holding that on. So much packaging. Okay. What else is holding this together? What did I just knock over? Oh. All right, was anything in that? No, that was just a taped up piece of cardboard. Okay. It's the back of Ecto. So not only does she have sounds, she also does have lights. Just getting her out of this box is the trick, isn't it? Nothing else in that. Over there with that. Goodness, protective bag. I like that. There she is. So because this is the one, this is from Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2, she doesn't have the gunner seat. But doors open. And that one, that door's a little stuck. Let's see about this one. Okay, that opens. This one, wait, I don't think this door opens. No, this one, okay, this side doesn't open. That's right. Or at least, no, it's supposed to, isn't it? All right. Let's see yep, and the back opens up, so you can put the gurney with the proton packs in it. Oh, there's all sorts of great stuff in here. You can see it with. Let me reopen this door. Oh, better angle. So much cooler than the Ecto 1 toys. Oh, the ones from Real Ghostbusters are still really cool. But there's a seat back here that opens up, and I can't really get a good camera angle of it, but maybe you can see it through the window. So a seat that, you know, anyone can sit right here. So Mattel almost made an Ecto 1 for their Ghostbusters line. They did kind of like the crowdfunding thing, kind of like what HasLab does. If enough people enough people commit to buy it, it'll go into production. Because that's how their Castle Grayskull was made, the Master Universe Classics Castle Grayskull. But not enough people went and bought it or ordered it, and it didn't go through, which was a bummer. Here's another thing really cool. Let's see. Come on. Open up. How do I get the hood to open? Something that makes the hood open up? Nope, there we go. You can open up the hood. You have the engine. There's probably more pieces I can put in here. It looks like there are. But yeah. Close that up. Let me get my screwdriver real quick. Okay, oh, there's the battery pack right there. The battery section, and if my head wasn't in the way, you'd also see right here, there's a USB-C port. Get some light on it real quick. Okay, I'll get my head out of the way. There we go. You see the USB-C port. So let's open this up, put some batteries in. So that's the one. Okay. Hold on a sec. Let me assemble my screwdriver. It's 3 AA's. Get those in a second. One, two. Three. There we go. 3 batteries. Let's pop those in. So, okay, so this is the battery, or this switch just says like if you want to use on USB or on battery. All right, so let's. So how do I turn around? There's supposed to be a switch somewhere. And okay, I see here you can lift up these axles, and that's how you switch the tires. Ah, okay. There are buttons below in front of it, so don't know if you can hear it. My noise canceling might be taking it out, but you'll see the lights turn on. Even got the rear lights going. My head get out of the way. You can hear it a bit. Yeah, I think my noise canceling is trying to get rid of it. Let me turn off noise canceling real quick. Let me turn that off for the moment. Or hold on, let me see. Yeah. So turn off the noise canceling. Here's the button. Oh. There we go. I got the lights going. So if I push this button again. Oh, I get the lights in the cabin turn on. If you can see it. Oh, we got the 4-ways going. Okay, so the cabin lights are on. Let me open a door. See the dashboard? Let's see. There's a lot going on with this thing. Okay, and let's see, how do I take the roof off? To swap out to Ghostbusters 2 mode. Is there a button here? Oh, there we go. There we go. Take off this roof. Okay, yeah, because there's connector pins right there. And another set of connector pins there. Okay. Ah, right. So it goes in an angle and slides down. Almost had it. Let me just back up again. Okay, and that goes in here. Let me so we got the headlights going. Got the cabin light on. Let's see. There we go. And behind here would go the signs like, you know, we're back, Ghostbusters, we're ready to believe you, so on. Yeah, oh, see that? That one lit up. Like, that's cute. I love that. And then let's see the sounds. All right. Okay, so I think it's just a higher pitch, a little bit. This is kind of, I think it kind of is, but this is beautiful. I love this. This is worth the money. And then we. Oh, and they fade out. That is awesome. The message board even lights up. Yeah. And then I just push up from the back to disconnect the contacts. All right. And then I line those up, and we're back to 1984. This is really cool. I am so glad I got this. Like, this is better than what like the Mattel one would have been, and the Mattel one would have been pretty cool. So before I close things out, I do want to do a bit of a quick figure comparison. So let's start with Lewis, because he's right here. So like I said, Hasbro did a really good head sculpt for him. They did this one a few years ago, which still looks pretty much like it. Makes him look a little younger than he was in the movie, but there's something weird with his leg. But all right, I'll fix that later. And before that, Mattel made one. They gave him some plastic surgery. Ba-dum-bum. And many years before that, Mattel made a possessed Louis Tully, which looked pretty good for the time. But I will say that I think Hasbro did the better head sculpt for him. But I do wish that Hasbro had done a better paint job on his clothes, because Mattel did a better job with the paint. Yeah, I do think this is their best Rick Moranis head sculpt right here. So look at Eleanor Twitty. So Mattel did make one of her, but not in her human form. All right, oh, there it is. Mattel made one that's in her scary attacking ghost form. So, I mean, if you don't want to run into this, don't go, get her. So now I've got both versions. Let's go to the Spud. This is a really cool figure of Slimer. I think he's a little too big, for how big he's supposed to be. I guess maybe in Ghostbusters 2 and Frozen Empire, he's probably that big. But because Mattel made, this is the one that Mattel made. Oh, I think this is the glow in the dark version. Yeah, here's the one that Mattel made, and its glow in the dark counterpart, which is more in scale with these figures, and definitely looks more in scale than he, as he did in the first movie. He just doesn't have a butt. That's all. This one's got a butt. But all in all, a really great job on this figure. I just don't understand why they keep making him so opaque. When, needing to, seeing through him works a little bit better. Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel! Through the mountains! Secret tunnel! Yeah! Thinking after that, if Bronner's up, I'm gonna raid out to him. No, he's not up yet. Okay. Yeah, doing last minute stuff? Alright. I mean, if you want, you can check out the VOD. You definitely missed the awesomeness that is Ecto 1 and Ecto 1A. Let's take a look. Second look at the Ghostbusters. Let me get that out of here. So for Zesty gifting the subs, and over to Thossie. Haven't seen Thossie in a while. Let's see who else. Gary Snells, Nurse Jade, Lucille, Newbie. Nice, gifting the subs. And my phone just texts. Someone's texting. Let me check that real quick. Something for work. Started that one. Okay, I do recognize that. Sorry, let me just gotta reply to this. Tell them you're busy. It's only just a moment. something new at my job that still we're trying to figure, figure out how to, I don't figure out, get the software to work right. All right, so for Christmas, like a decade ago, Mattel did do the Ghostbusters in these darker outfits. So I'll bring these out real quick. So we got Dr. Venkman. And they all came with Santa hats. But I'll just leave those there for now. And then we got Winston. And we got Egon. Dr. Egon Spengler. Dr. Raymond Stantz. So we see, like, Mattel had trouble with Dan Aykroyd's face, and I was mentioning earlier, Dan Aykroyd has a very distinct face, and it's difficult to sculpt. This one's good. I honestly, I think Hasbro did their best Ray Stantz for the Ghostbusters Afterlife line. As an older Ray Stantz, they did a good job with their first movie line they did, but I think they really nailed him with an older Ray Stantz. Oh, level 2 hype train on the way, I guess. I think Mattel did a decent job with Bill Murray. Like, he personally approved it. Like, yeah, the Crystal Skull vodka is close to his head shape, or is the Crystal Skull God vodka? I don't know. I do have a bottle of that, but oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Hype chest. Got a new emote. Confetti type emote. Okay. Let's share that. Choo choo. Let's see. And also mentioned that Harold Ramis had a very interesting, face, very specific, unique face. And like at first Mattel did a pretty good job, but I do think Hasbro's doing a better job. Happy holidays to you as well, Zesty. But yeah, I do think Hasbro's doing a better job on Harold Ramis's face. We come to Winston. The Hasbro one here doesn't really look like Ernie Hudson. This one, the Mattel one, does look a bit more. The Ghostbusters Afterlife Winston does look a lot like Ernie Hudson. And now with these, Mattel also did slime blower versions of Ray and Winston. Which they did a totally new sculpt for Winston. You know, the non without the mustache. This one is the one they made for his first movie appearance, and they just didn't paint the mustache. So this one's kind of close to how he looked in Ghostbusters 2, how his face looked. And yeah, like I said, Dan Aykroyd's face is very unique, and it's not easy to sculpt. Let's look at the slime blowers on these. All right, so we got two. All right, and now I know where the hoses go. That's good. I can look at this. So the Hasbro ones are bigger, are definitely bigger. More details than the Mattel ones. Well, in some areas, like this, because there's some detail here which isn't here. But all in all, I'm liking what I'm seeing. And the Mattel ones, it's a sculpted piece. It's not removable. And these ones have shoulder pads. Well, this one doesn't. I wonder which one's the more screen accurate right now. But yeah, I think that closes it up for me. Ow. I don't think Bronner's on yet, is he? Is he late? He is late. He's almost an hour late. It said he was going to be on, yeah, at noon there, so that's 3 p.m. here. Yeah, he's always late. I was going to raid to him, but let's see who else we can raid to. Who else is on? Julie Bonher's on. Crazy Hazy, Comfy Bee. See someone who's not a regular part of the group. Um, Comfy Bee. I don't think Comfy Bee's part of our group. I think Comfy Bee's part of a different group I'm in. And Comfy's doing a makeup stream. So let's go raid. Yeah, but Nurse Jade, when you thank you, Zesty. When you get a chance, start watching the VOD. I unboxed a couple really cool. Well, I'll show you these real quick. These are the first things I unboxed. Some Hallmark, uh, Hallmark ornaments, like the original NES controller and the original PlayStation, like first version of the PlayStation controller. All right. And I unboxed some Nightmare Before Christmas figures, and of course these Ghostbusters figures and the Ecto 1 slash Ecto 1A, which is totally awesome. Zesty got to watch. You know, we put the batteries in and test out the lights and sounds. It's really cool. So let me switch my camera back, and I'm also going to change my hat because my other hat wouldn't show up. Okay, let me get my other hat real quick. There we go. This is the one I wanted to wear on stream, but as soon as I switched over my camera to the background removal, like the top of my head disappeared. And let me put my glasses on because everything's kind of blurry. There we go. So now you can't look at my pretty green eyes, but that's okay. Thank you, Zesty. I ordered this specifically for this stream, and yeah, my my little neat background removal is like, nah, top of your head's gone. Suck it. But all right, let me set up the raid message. Let's see. Just setting up the raid message. Sorry about the wait. So there we go. There's our raid message. And so we're raiding a friend of mine through a different group, who I met through another streamer named Locke Van Ness. Right. So go over and share some love. And thank you, Zesty, for coming in, being an awesome friend and awesome mod. Thank you, Kevin, for being an awesome friend and an awesome mod. Thank you, Roger, for coming in and hanging out. Thank you, Nurse Jade, for coming in and hanging out, even though you did miss the most of it, but I'm still happy that you showed up. Whoever whoever was just lurking and checking things out, thank you. Whoever watches the VOD here on Twitch and later on YouTube, thank you very much. This is GhostMax8 signing off. Thank you all, and have a wonderful whatever the hell you celebrate. Oh, there's the button. If I pushed it right.